with Andy Woodman post-match after the draw between Bromley and Boreham Wood. Andy, first reflections, do you call those games frustrating, or on the balance of play, do you think it's the right result? Should you have got over the line? How do you call it?
Look, you always think you should get across the line when you're 2-1 in front with not a lot of time left. But look, you've got to give credit to them. They put everything in the box, and 2 goals we give away were 2 glaring errors, weren't they, really? Let's be honest. You can't give people 3 headers in your box, in your 6-yard box, and expect to win a match. So that was disappointing. Lads huffed and puffed. We had a go, but you're never going to have an easy game against Boreham Wood, and that's streetwise, with everything they do. You look at it as 2 points dropped, but you can't win every game, and you've got to look at it as, well, you haven't been beaten again, and that's where we're at. It's at that stage of the season where we analyse every result, but we've got to go on to the next one because they're coming thick and fast now.
Indeed. At half-time, Corey Whiteley obviously scored immediately after Boreham scored. What did you say at half-time now? Because the first half of the second half, if not, you could even argue 3/4 of the second half.
It was a shambles.
Okay.
Yeah, we was a shambles. I thought we was all over the place. We never once turned them in behind. I have to give a little bit of, it's hard, this place. People don't realise when they're sitting up here, the wind's blowing down the pitch, and it's hard to get out your half. That said, we didn't really attempt to do it. And we was really all over the place, and I think, Boreham would have been disappointed they didn't go up, probably a goal or 2 more up. But good teams do that, you grind out sort of results and grind out performances, and you get to half time, and a few words said at half time about being a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more energy, getting the ball wider, getting crosses in, and being a bit more brave of our passing. And we felt we did that, to be fair, second half. The real frustrating thing for me, and I have to say it and I have to address it, is the goal we had chalked off.
I was going to ask you about it.
It's just insane. I don't know how that's chalked off, and I don't want to criticise the ref, but it's hard not to when that decision's given, and it's a perfectly good goal.
What did they say? Because we were just talking about that before doing this interview. Did they say handball? Did they say
handball? But he's got his hands are in his. It's crazy. The ball smashed into him. I couldn't tell if it was handball. I'm pretty sure you couldn't tell it was handball because it happened so close and so quick. And he's gone through and scored. It's not like he's put his hands out to block it. It's like smashed into his midriff. It's a crazy decision, that, and it just frustrates me because I don't know any other referee in the country that would give that.
Yeah, well, you've taken the next question out of my hands there. So, like you say, frustrating. Boreham got the equaliser, but you look ahead now. The game's gone. Aldershot, possibly the only team this season that they came from behind. That was probably the only real disappointing performance.
There again, to be honest, I thought we was, I hate to say it, but I don't think any team's really come and beat us. We've been the victims of our own downfall with the results we've lost. So that's disappointing. And again, we could argue that. But look, we got to go to Aldershot. I think it's a really good game. I'm looking forward to it because it's going to be a nice atmosphere there, and midweek under the floodlights is always good. And look, if you're going to be at the top or try to stay at the top, you've got to get results at these places, and that's what we'll be doing.
I've only got one question left because fans said I had to ask you, and I already know what's coming with your answer, but I'll ask it all the same. Are you still looking at some players?
Oh, for sure, yeah, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah, we've got loads going on, But again, it's like this for every club, Every player thinks they're going to go to a club bigger and better than the clubs that we're in or the league we're in. So they kind of hang on, and there'll be business done. I'm probably sure it might be done next week. It might be done right by the end of the window. But we're badgering away as always.
Thank you, Andy. Cheers.